Welcome back to Butterfly Effect Tarot. My name is Lorraine, and today's topic is regarding what may be happening within your life a year from now. There are three groups, and the timestamps for each group will be in the description box in the comments section below. If the readings and messages resonate, you may feel free to like and subscribe, and also let me know in the comments if you choose. To all of my subscribers and returning viewers, as always, I thank you. I greatly appreciate you. To newer viewers, welcome. And if interested after this video, you may return to the channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into each one of your messages. Welcome to your reading, Pile 1, regarding what will your life look like a year from now. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. We'll go ahead and look into the 5 cards that came through, and then we'll get into your reading. So the first card out is the Two of Swords, followed by the Page of Wands. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, followed by the Five of Wands. And the final card out is the Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck energy is the Ten of Wands. So really quickly, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, masculine or feminine energy, the messages should apply no matter what. So for this group, first and foremost, around this time next year, I feel like you will be operating in this Page of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords energy. So essentially somebody who is very free-spirited. You could be traveling more, going out, being more excited about life, having fun. Some of you could be pursuing or starting new creative endeavors or businesses. Some of you could have already started these new creative endeavors and businesses, and maybe next year, this time, with the Nine of Pentacles, the fruits of your labor will pay off. There will be quite a period of abundance in your life. I do feel like you will be able to enjoy the finer things in life. You will be able to provide for yourself, those around you. You will essentially be in this Queen of Swords energy where you will have a lot of boundaries up. You will be very assertive, very much in your power, very much somebody who is well respected, somebody who respects themselves. I feel like you will also have this kind of energy of having healed and transformed from something that may have been a bit toxic in the past with a person or a group of people. Because I notice here that we do have the Five of Wands, and then it goes into the Queen of Swords. So the Five of Wands is toxicity. It could be abusive dynamics. This can be bullies. These could be people that are just wanting to disturb your peace, compete with you. It could be envy and jealousy from a person or specific group of people. It could be cheating, theft, lying, sabotage, just a lot of negative energy. But with the Queen of Swords coming out, this is an energy of you freeing yourself from that, cutting that energy out with the Swords energy. I also noticed that your reading starts with the Two of Swords, where you're kind of guarded, closed off. There's a lack of clarity, not wanting to make a decision, not really wanting to kind of step out of your shell or open yourself up. Perhaps due to fear and anxieties of things you've experienced from the past. Some of you, this could be your energy of you maybe having been mentally, emotionally, or even spiritually stuck in something that happened in the past. But then it ends with the Queen of Swords, who has clarity, somebody who makes the right decision, somebody who knows what she desires in life, and somebody who does not allow anyone to cross her boundaries or have access to her that could hurt her. So I do feel like there will be a final, maybe closing of a chapter energy, because the Judgment card did show itself. The Three of Cups also showed a few times. So I do feel like for a lot of you going out and really enjoying life, there could be maybe you dating more, or maybe you will be getting approached more, because with this Page of Wands and Nine of Pentacles, I do feel like you will be in this very attractive, sexy energy, this very confident, kind of bold energy. So I do feel like you will be shining, and you will be giving the energy of somebody who's very high valued. And I do feel like that will create a lot of admirers. Whether or not you choose to date or accept these offers is up to you, but I did want to make that note. Others of you, you could be starting new hobbies or new creative endeavors, and putting yourself out there more may open you up to meeting a soul tribe with that Three of Cups that kept showing itself. But I definitely feel like this is an energy that you have been maybe building up to coming into for a while. Some of you could already be feeling this kind of spark and optimism already. This energy of finally healing from the past, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Some of you, whatever this toxic energy was, it could have affected you financially, or it could have affected your livelihood, or it could have affected your confidence and sense of value, because Pentacles is about value. And it seems like next year, this time, that will all be restored. It's like you're starting a new journey with this Page of Wands energy. There's a lot of focus on in pouring into yourself, investing in yourself, seeing the value in yourself, being very cautious with your energy. You could be very detached, very much somebody who prefers to walk alone. There could be a very strong, alluring magnetic energy about you, very much an energy of look but don't touch, look but don't approach. So your energy could come across as a bit intimidating to others, but at the same time, I do feel like you give a very enticing energy. So it could be a bit polarizing, but your energy will be unbothered. And I feel like you're already kind of this type of person as is. But this time next year, nothing of the past, based on these cards, nothing of the past from people, situations, circumstances, or anything that may even come up at that point that is toxic will bother you. You will kind of be in this energy where you're guarded and nothing can really penetrate that bubble that you've created around yourself. And you're really just focused on making the best of life and living your best life, living in a bold, courageous, fun, exciting way, making memories, making the best of, what you have. Essentially, after all of the things that you've had to experience, there could have been a lot of conflicts or potential conflicts that try to come up to block your success, especially for those of you that are pursuing dreams and goals, starting businesses and creative endeavors. There could be people trying to compete with you. There could be people that are wanting to sabotage you, or that could be very envious and jealous of your financial or prosperous glowing energy. And with the Queen of Swords, you will cut those people down to size. Now, for some of you, there could be a person who operates in a Page of Wands energy, somebody who's maybe a little bit in the negative aspect of the Page of Wands. So maybe somebody a bit immature, impulsive, somebody who could be very passionate and attracted to you that may come back. And this may be somebody from the past, and maybe somebody who created a lot of conflict in your life. And if so, this person may come back around and there may be something of a karmic justice and balancing of the scales taking place, where now this person has to experience you as the Queen of Swords, somebody you kind of maybe became as a result of what you experienced with this person in the past. And this person will be seeing you and hearing you, especially if you didn't have a voice with this person or these people. They will be seeing you in your power. They may be trying to create chaos and disruption in your life because they're seeing you high valued. They're seeing you enjoying life, stepping out, maybe dating, just again, no longer being stuck in that Two of Swords and energy of feeling burdened with that Ten of Wands as a result of their actions. And they may want to come in because they're unhappy and they have no peace, and they may want to disrupt the peace that you found. And they're going to find that that's not happening. Your boundaries have become stronger. You have healed mentally and emotionally, and you are no longer easily triggered by them, and they no longer have access to you on any level. So again, for this group, it could apply different for each of you. It is a general reading, but I do feel like you will be in a very free spirited energy this time next year. I do feel like some of you may be moving or relocating for work, or just maybe wanting to find a new scenery or a different environment that is more in alignment with who you have evolved into or who you're evolving into now. For others of you, as I stated, there is a creative endeavor that may lead to financial abundance or a business idea that you want to start. Others of you could start going back to the gym. You could start eating better. You could start dressing a certain type of way. Your style could go through a transformation. You may change something about your hair, your appearance. There could definitely be an energy here of you maybe changing your environment, but there's a strong dynamic of balance here, harmony, peace, a lot of energy of you not just being in your power, but also still operating in this kind of light, playful, lighthearted energy. And I feel like that's a joy and an optimism that you've lacked for a while, but it's coming back in. Some of you, again, could already be feeling it. So you will be stern, you will be stoic, you will set your boundaries, you will be in this Queen of Swords, somebody that is not easy to get close to, but somebody that will have a lot of respect, somebody that will be well respected, honorable. Some of you could be potentially doing a career or going into something where you make decisions, where you are a judge, a lawyer, where you're a teacher. Maybe your creative endeavor has to do with teaching or being a healer of some sort for some of you. But definitely with this Queen of Swords, you're just going to be in your power, sexy and attractive and bold, courageous, somebody who has found their voice and who is not afraid to use it and use that sword energy when necessary. But you have the Five of Wands of toxicity, chaos, and negativity, and then you have the Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck where there's an end. right? The toxicity from these people, these energy, these circumstances that was burdening you, making you feel overwhelmed, you were putting too much energy into it, or it's something that's siphoning and taking too much energy from you, you will end it. Because the Queen of Swords comes out with the sword, and then 10 of Wands at the bottom, the 10 is endings. You're dropping those wands, you're dropping these people, or you're putting these people in their place. These people are going to realize that they can't affect you. So definitely a good energy I feel like you're coming into. I do feel like this is a very healing nature. I'm feeling with this Two of Swords, you could have been in a hermit mode, or you could be in hermit mode right now. Maybe there's been a lot of healing work, a lot of focus on your mental and emotional health, and especially your spiritual self, because there were a lot of spiritual cards that showed up. And I feel like all that internal work is finally paying off. And now you're seeing, and at the end of a chapter, or the closing of a book, or a difficult cycle in your life. And now you're able to kind of take a leap of faith and have a new start. This feels like the beginning of a new journey. Some of you could get a windfall of unexpected money next year around this time, or at some point within the year, and then you're operating in the Nine of Pentacles this time next year. It could be an inheritance. It could be a new job, a new business, new creative endeavor. But I do feel strongly that there is financial abundance here. And for those of you where that is not financial abundance, although I feel it is, for those of you where it's not financial abundance, this is just you operating in as the best or better version of yourself, feeling, looking, and operating in this very high valued, classy, elegant, attractive, sexy, sensual version of yourself. And you will be admired for it. And I love that for you. But I am going to go ahead and leave the reading there. And of course, if it resonated on any level, please feel free to like and subscribe. You can let me know in the comments if you choose. And if interested, you may return to the channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, thank you. Welcome to your reading pile 2 regarding what's happening within your life a year from now. So I've already pre-shuffled. I do prefer to pull 5 cards. 6 cards came out for your group. So we'll go ahead and look into the cards that came through, and then we'll get into the reading. So the first card out is the Two of Pentacles, followed by the Three of Pentacles. And then we have the Eight of Cups, followed by the Death card. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, followed by the Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck energy is the Nine of Cups. So it does not matter if you're male or female, masculine or feminine energy, the messages should apply no matter what. So for this group, there is an abundance of amazing things happening for you. I feel like for quite a few of you, this will be something that starts to unfold within this year, leading up to a year from now. There are various areas of your life that are going through a glow up and a transformation. So let's go ahead and get into it. With the Two of Pentacles going into the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles is when we're on our own and we're having a lot of responsibilities. This could be having a lack of resources, or kind of not really feeling like we have enough, so having to juggle to make things happen, and could be maybe making you feel a little overwhelmed. But with the Three of Pentacles coming out, this could mean a number of things. Either there's somebody that comes in that helps to take on some of those responsibilities, to help balance things out and give you some ease. Or for most of you, I feel like there's either a job opportunity, or maybe collaborating with someone to work within a company. There's something that comes in from another person or a group of people. And for some of you, if not all of you, this is an opportunity that I do feel will cause you to either relocate or travel for work or career. This could be you starting a new business or collaborating with someone else to start a new business. But for others of you, this could be just a new job company. This could even be a promotion. But it is something that I feel like is going to cause you to have to maybe end up in a change of scenery. So some of you with this Eight of Cups, you could be changing jobs. Like there's a better opportunity that comes along and you change jobs with the Eight of Cups. Or there's a living situation that you could be in, or people that you're around that is maybe not the best. It's not helping you emotionally. It's something that could be stifling you, or you're just unhappy in the current situation, whether this is a job, a living situation, or a relationship or connection. And whatever this Three of Pentacles opportunity is, it's going to put you in a position where you're able to walk away or move to a better job, a better career, a better path, a better place to live, or even transfer or move to rather another country or state. but it is something that will give you the energy of empowerment where you're able to kind of leave the past situations behind you or situations you're currently in that are not serving you. And you will go through a transformation. And then you go into the death card. Again, another card of leaving the past behind you. And the death card to me is my glow up card. It's where you transform on the inside, you heal on the inside, and it's reflected on the outside. And then the Nine of Cups at the bottom, I feel like for this group, you could be going through a physical transformation. You're going to be very confident. I do feel like you're going to be very attractive. There may be a glow about you this time next year because your circumstances and your wishes have been fulfilled. Because you go and you have the Eight of Cups out here as a result of this opportunity, and then you have the Nine of Cups at the bottom. So whatever you're walking away from, it is an environment that is not suiting you on an emotional level. And then by this time next year, whatever this is, will have you in this Nine of Cups where you're emotionally fulfilled. You are happy and content and blessed and positively abundant in every area of your life. Maybe you have a sense of community or people around you that are like-minded. Maybe that could be these collaborative people. They become a soul tribe. There is an energy here of you being stable in your finances, you having more than enough. This could be you maybe traveling. There's an immense level of personal satisfaction, self-love, healing, and prosperity and abundance that is showing up here. There's a strong focus on finances with the Pentacles because after the Death card of leaving the past behind you and kind of starting a new journey, you go into the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is when you're focused on work, your head is down, and you're really focused on building your own empire, your own business, or improving your finances or climbing up the, corporate ladder. It's going to be different for each of you. But once again, with this Eight of Pentacles, it's followed by the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is again about traveling. So I do feel like there is something that you're doing career wise, or there is an opportunity that may cause you to have to move away, or it'll put you in a position where maybe you can travel more, right? Some of you may want to travel, and your finances will improve because you go from the Two of Pentacles, and then out here it moves into the Eight of Pentacles towards the end. So your finances, I feel like, are going to go through a growth and transformation. If this is a business or creative endeavor that you've been working on it, that you will be starting at that point, it may go through a transformation, and I do feel like it will be the result of something collaborative, another person, opportunity, or somebody that comes in that helps you to grow this. And it is something, if you want to travel, you may be traveling more. The Two of Wands is also a card of partnership. It's people collaborating, similar to the Three of Pentacles, to pursue something. However, with the Two of Wands, it's something creative. So again, maybe when your finances improve or you reach this certain level of completion financially or stable wise, maybe there is a creative endeavor that you're able to pursue, because maybe now with the Two of Pentacles going into the Eight towards the end, you're not so focused on worrying about your finances and your stability and your living circumstances, or you're in an environment where it's not as toxic or negative, like a work environment or living arrangement. So now you're able to kind of enjoy maybe building and working, stacking your money, or what have you, and then also putting energy into pursuing, creative endeavors, passion projects, things that inspire you, things that you love. But for a lot of you, I do feel like this is you being able to really just enjoy travel, enjoy stepping out more, enjoy kind of exploring the world more, because you'll be financially stable to do so. And I feel like with the Nine of Cups, you'll be in this happy and fulfilled state of mind and in circumstances where you will feel joyous about kind of exploring the world more, because the Two of Wands is an energy where in the card he's sitting there and he's looking out over the horizon and he's holding the world in his hands, again looking at the fact that the world is your oyster. Yeah, so there is something or someone coming in. This could be something unexpected, and I do feel for some of you, quite a few of you, I feel like this is something that may start to unfold this year, or at some point within the year leading up to this time next year. For others of you, this is something that could come in a year from now, and then it starts to kind of just, as I stated earlier, unfold and lead into the Nine of Cups, where you have personal wish fulfillment. There's immense happiness and joy and an overwhelming sense of pleasure and satisfaction. Yeah, so this is looking like financial and career growth. This is looking like spiritual and emotional growth and personal fulfillment. There's growth in every area. I also feel physical growth. So I feel like, again, your features, your looks, maybe your style, something about you. I feel like every aspect of your life is transforming, but I feel like on a personal level, there's something about your energy that feels like it's going to be different or new or upgraded. Obviously, as a result of all of this stuff happening, because this could be each of you may be different, maybe a different place on your journey. Some of you could have already went through this dynamic of the Eight of Cups and the Death card and did this transformation, walked away from connections, places, things, or people that no longer serve you or that were holding you up, and taking advantage of you. And maybe now you're already in this Eight of Pentacles energy where you're already working and you're further ahead in your career and finances. And this time next year, you will have arrived at the Nine of Cups where you have achieved your wish fulfillment. Now you're able to relax. Your physical health could improve. Mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial health are seeming to improve here. Because with the Nine of Cups, this is an energy where you have the nine cups filled up, and all nine cups are replenishing, they're satisfying. Whereas out here, you have the Eight of Cups, and you're walking away from the eight cups that were not. So this is very much a massive glow up energy. This feels very, again, your inner, there's something about your looks or your energy or something about you on a personal level that is going to feel new. It's going to feel upgraded, but again, it's just giving new. This feels like something new, like something you've been striving for. There's something you've desperately, I feel like, been wanting. And for a lot of you, it could be financial growth. Maybe you're in a job or a living situation or connection that you really don't want to be in, but on because your resources are stagnant or because you kind of need to be in this place or in this kind of connection or whatever it is, you've stayed. And now there's a way out, and now you're finally able to complete your spiritual transformation and start this kind of new era in your life. But this is looking like a very happy and prosperous era for you, and I love that for you. But I'm going to go ahead and leave your reading there. And of course, if it resonated on any level that you're aware of, you may go ahead and like and subscribe and let me know in the comments if you choose. And if interested, you can return to the channel. There are other readings, topics, and videos there as well. But other than that, thank you. Welcome to your reading pile 3 regarding what's going to be happening within your life a year from now. So I've already pre-shuffled. I do prefer to pull 5 cards, but 6 cards came out for your group. So we'll look into the cards that came through and then we'll get into the reading. So the first card out is Justice, followed by the Magician. And then we have the Ten of Swords, followed by the Wheel of Fortune. And then we have the Two of Cups, followed by the Four of Swords. Bottom of the deck energy is the World card. So really quickly, it does not matter if you're male or female, masculine or feminine energy, the messages should apply no matter what. For this group, this is a very powerful message. This feels like a blessing or opportunity, something that is, it's like karmic justice. It's like good karma coming in for you. And it could be something that is unexpected and happens out of nowhere. And for a majority of you, this is a romantic connection. For others of you, this could be a friend or like a soulmate, a kindred soul, somebody that you can depend on and rely on, a strong support system. And I also feel like this, as I stated, is a result of maybe you having a lot of Ten of Swords moments. Because when you have the Ten of Swords here, this is usually having a lot of painful connections. For some of you, it could be a divorce, it could be betrayal from friends, family, romantic partners, being deceived, being cheated on, lied to, stolen from, taken advantage of. Maybe in connections and in experiences in life, you received a lot of unfair treatment. And perhaps you've always operated in a justice energy where you chose to take the higher road and just kind of walk away. Maybe you've handled it with peace even when the person did not deserve peace and fairness, and as a result of their actions, you operated in a very just energy, and as a result there's good karma coming in. Now for some of you, this is also the Justice and the Magician could also mean for some of you that there is a opportunity or something creative or business wise that you want to pursue or that you are working on, and you will then have the power and the balance and the opportunity to create what you desire. But for everyone drawn to this, we have the World card at the bottom and we have the Magician out here. Both cards represent creating the life that you desire, manifesting in what your heart truly desires. So I feel like with this Magician and Ten of Swords, you have taken the pain you've experienced and you have turned it into power, or a year from now, you'll be in this energy. You'll be in this master manifestor energy where you will be drawing in connections, but specifically one main connection that will give you peace. Because as noted, the Ten of Swords is painful endings. And in the Four of Swords, this is an energy of peace, of rest, of ease. It's an energy of having a stress-free environment. And I notice in the Ten of Swords and in the Four of Swords, both of the archetypes and the images are laying down. However, in the Ten of Swords, there are 10 swords in his back. So he's laying down because he's been drained. He's been through a difficult battle, a difficult journey. He's been hurt. And the people around him and experiences have put those swords in his back. So he's laying down because he is, again, tired, exhausted. And the Four of Swords, he's laying down, but he's peaceful. He's resting, he's at ease. So there's a different energy here. This is suggesting that your connections in the past, your experiences in the past brought pain. And there, with the Wheel of Fortune, there is a karmic justice coming in where suddenly someone will come in that will bring peace. Okay. And I do feel like with the World card, for some of you, you could be traveling, or this other person could be traveling when this situation comes in. But you have a lot of cards out here of the ending of a journey, the ending of a cycle. So a year from now, you will be having a new start. There will be like a renewal in your romantic life, a renewal in your connections with others. There'll be a renewal in you. I feel like for this group, there's been a lot of spiritual transformation and healing going on. And it's put you in a position where now, even if you're not aware of it, you've been maybe subconsciously manifesting in a emotionally fulfilling connection, whether this is a friend or a romantic partner. But for most of you, this does feel like a romantic energy. Now, for those of you that may be in a connection already, in a marriage or a connection, and if it's been a painful one, for a couple of you, and I do mean a couple because I don't get this energy strongly, but for a couple of you, there's one of two things. If you're in a long-term connection or a romantic connection that's been very painful, either number one, with the Four of Swords, there's something that will suddenly happen and you may take a break from this, where you decide to kind of, again, with the World card, travel your separate ways, or there will be a renewal, right? There'll be an ending of a difficult journey throughout this connection. And then with the Wheel of Fortune, there will be a sudden shift. And then this connection itself will find rebalancing and harmony and peace again. And you both will have peace and balance in this because the Four is a card of balance. But for a majority of you, it does look like this could unfold throughout this year, right? But I do feel like for others of you, if this is a situation where there's not a partner coming in, or you don't sense that, or that's something that you're opposed to, I am going to say this. Maybe this time next year, you will find yourself now realizing that you do want to bring in a partner, that you do want to step into a connection, that you are ready to open yourself up to dating and to romance again. Because the Four of Swords is also a card of introspection and going within to really assess and seek out, you know, your inner self. It's kind of similar to the Hermit card. So I do feel like for this group, there will be maybe a sudden realization for some of you that you do want a romantic partner. But for a lot of you, this is somebody coming in. Based on these cards, for a lot of you, this is definitely a connection that is going to be fair. It's going to be peaceful. It's going to be harmonious because you have a lot of cards out here about this. You have the Justice, which is about balance, harmony, and fairness. You have the Two of Cups, which is about harmony, fairness, and balance. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune, another card of balancing of the scales. Four of Swords, four, balance. There's balance coming in your connections, whether you're already in a connection or whether this is a new one coming in. And again, as I stated, you've handled difficulties and hurt and heartache in the past in a very positive way, given the circumstances. You've had some difficult experiences along your journey, and you've always operated in an integral type of way. You've operated with integrity. You've operated with, again, taking the higher road, even when you didn't have to, and even when those people deserved the opposite. And it's like, this is karmic retribution. This is something that maybe, again, is divinely guided with this Wheel of Fortune. This is something that's fated. I feel like this is a fated partner. This is a destined partner. This is something that could come in a synchronistic way. But I do feel like it's based on divine timing. And I feel like around this time next year, this is something that will divinely come in, or this is a divine timing energy where now you're coming into this kind of balance within yourself and this harmony within yourself of healing to where now you do feel like you are ready to receive a connection that is loving and supportive. And for this group, I'm going to say for a lot of you, this is more than likely your future spouse because of the kind of fated aspect of it. This could feel like a higher level soulmate or a genuine, authentic twin flame, depending on what you, if you believe in that or not. But I do feel like you are more than likely coming into union with your future spouse next year, or it's going to be somebody that you are meant to have a strong support system with, somebody that you can have fun with, you can go out with, you can, again, this connection, whether friend or a lover, is going to give you relief. It's almost like you're going to exhale, right? It's kind of, again, I think I referenced this before in a previous reading, the song by Whitney Houston, Exhale, where you can finally breathe again, where you have this love come in or this connection come in that is so fulfilling. It is so spiritual. You feel it on a soul level. And it gives you this energy of exhaling, like, finally, I have this person. Finally, I have a soulmate. Finally, I have somebody who's a kindred spirit, somebody who I know without a shadow of a doubt is authentic, pure, and genuine. And for this group, you could have been alone for a while. You could have been a lone wolf for a while. You could have been in hermit mode for a while because with that, like I said, the Four of Swords reminds me of hermit energy, but it's coming out with the Two of Cups. Again, you stepping out of this energy of constantly being this lone wolf and moving into something where you have a partner. I was going to say a partner in crime, but we're not going to say that. We're going to say a partner in divine spiritual energy. We'll say that. Or you're stepping into an energy where now you're finding with this Four of Swords, after much work on yourself, that you are ready to step out. So some of you may start dating again next year around this time, or you may have a person that you're getting to know throughout this year, and then it evolves into an actual connection this time next year. But that's neither here nor there. For some of you, as I stated, with this justice and this magician, this could also be something career wise for you as well, where now you're able to manifest success in your creative endeavors. But for most of you, this definitely has to do with romance or emotional fulfillment. And I do feel like for this group, you're deserving of it. Some of you could travel next year with the Wheel of Fortune. I'm sorry, with the World card, but yes, also the Wheel of Fortune because of the wheel, the circle. So yeah, some of you could travel next year a little bit as well and kind of go some places that you've always wanted to go. For some of you, this person may be different from you, from a different background. They could have a different culture, ethnicity. Again, but there's something about you on the soul level that is the same. And I do feel like, again, this is going to be something that you're not expecting. It is going to be something that may creep up on you in a good way, though. And I feel like once you meet this person, or at any point when you come into contact with this person, you're going to have an inner knowing on a spiritual level, because I feel like this group is very intuitive. So yeah, you're going to have balance and harmony in your connections and within yourself. There's the good karma coming in for you. And I love that. But I'm going to leave the reading there. And of course, if it resonated on any level that you're aware of, please feel free to like and subscribe. You can let me know in the comments if you choose. And if interested, you can return to the channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, thank you.